Fans, what is going on, Laker fans? What is going on, Lake Show? What is going on? Back after the All Star break, post game show after the post game show. Couple jabs come in like this, get a little undercut right there, uppercut, undercut, whatever the hell you want to call it. Laker fans, good to be back here. Good to be with my people. Good to have a little bit of a conversation with our YouTube familia. Thank you for being a part of the show. Okay, Laker fans, we got some stuff to get into tonight. So thank you for being a part of the show here. Lakers, nice little start after the All Star break. So we got a few things that we're gonna get into in tonight's show and the post game show after the post game show. Feel free to comment. Let's just freaking go. Kind of take it from here. Okay, so let's start with this. I'm gonna give everybody just kind of what I have in mind for tonight's show. I think it's safe to say a win is a win, but it was a nice team win for the Lakers. I think that's the most important thing, so we'll spend some time on that. I'll talk about how Anthony Davis and LeBron James really didn't have all that much impact in tonight's game, at least from what we're accustomed to seeing from them, yet you still got the W. Malik Beasley. Did Beasley just drop 25 like it was nothing? I'll spend some time on Beasley. I'll talk about 8 guys that scored in double figures for the Lakers. We'll take a look at the NBA standings, see where the Lakers are at after tonight's win, and then we'll just kind of keep rolling it from there. All right. Okay. So let me kind of point this out. D'Angelo, by the way, we'll get D'Angelo. We got a chance to hear him talk right after the game, so that makes me feel a little bit better that at least for D'Angelo Russell, it might not be serious. Hopefully that's not the. Hopefully it's nothing is serious, and we'll just kind of wait from there. So first things first for me, I think this is the thing that's most important for me is, Lakers are obviously trying to build a squad. They're trying to build a team. They're trying to gain some continuity. They're trying to put themselves in a position where it's a familiar starting lineup. You got a lot of new guys on this team. So can you put it all together? Okay. I am going to be the first one to admit when it comes to the Lakers right now in these last 2 games, I think there's 2 ways to look at it. Number one, you definitely look at it and you say to yourself, all right, Lakers won games that they're supposed to win, right? The Lakers won games against teams that they should beat. You should beat the Pelicans at home when Zion's not there, and you should beat the Golden State Warriors without Steph and without Andrew Wiggins. So those are 2 games you're supposed to win, and the Lakers won. So give them credit for that, right? There's been a lot of games that we look at this year, and you say to yourself, all right, Lakers are supposed to win this game, and then they don't. So right out the gate, I just want to point that out, that these were 2 games the Lakers are supposed to win, and the Lakers won both of these games. And I'll just start focusing now on the Golden State Warriors game. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, and somebody's saying here, Sliwa, a bunch of the teams in the West lost tonight. I'll get into that because you're right. There was definitely some things that worked to the Lakers' advantage tonight. But let me say this, which I think is kind of interesting here. Let me kind of, as best as I could put this. The Lakers, this is at least tonight against the Warriors tonight. I don't think there was ever a time that you felt like the game was in jeopardy. There was never a time that you felt like, you know what, the Lakers, they're in some trouble here. Halftime was a close game, 59-53. Jordan Poole went on a run pretty much on his own right before the end of that second quarter, but there was never really a time that you felt like the Lakers were in jeopardy and then kind of controlled the game from there. Team basketball is not something that you could really associate with the Lakers here these last couple of years, right? You just can't. It's all kind of comes down to LeBron and Anthony Davis. They got to have big games. Is AD healthy? Is he not? That's pretty much how we've determined the Lakers having success, and they haven't. They had 8 guys scoring double figures tonight. It wasn't just on LeBron and Anthony Davis. Do you guys know how many minutes LeBron and AD played tonight? LeBron and Anthony Davis each played 26 minutes tonight. That's nothing. That's nothing. That's literally, it almost feels like a load management game. I don't remember ever seeing Braun. Personally, I don't remember ever seeing LeBron in a game where he's under 35, 36 minutes, something along those lines, right? Like I just genuinely do not remember a time where that was the case. Um, and I know for me, um, there has definitely been games where he's playing 43 minutes, 48 minutes. I'm sorry. He's playing 43 minutes because of overtime games, but 38 minutes, 40 minutes, something along those lines. These guys played 26 minutes each, and they didn't have good games. And this wasn't a game; it was a blowout. Um, I'm not, and honestly, like when I say that, that's how I really, really do feel. I felt like the Lakers in this game tonight, they did not have to depend on their two stars. They didn't have to depend on their two superstars. So, shout out to the Lakers and all these other role players for the Lake Show tonight. I thought that was fantastic. I thought that was key. I thought that was important. I thought that was, incredibly, incredibly um, uh, encouraging to see that the Lakers did not have to depend on their big players in LeBron James and Anthony Davis. Okay, let me look up one thing here that I'm trying to see. Um, okay, I will look it up later. Okay, so the other thing that I'll pay attention to is Anthony Davis had 12 points tonight. He only took 5 shots. By the way, that's not something that I'm hoping happens a lot. Only took 5 shots. Like, I actually genuinely don't understand how Anthony Davis only took 5 shots. However, what I will tell you is, had 12 rebounds, had a couple block shots, and I think Anthony Davis would tell you, did we win or did we not? And I think that's all he cares about. So AD, if he gets a chance to just do stuff that highlight more of his game, I don't want to see games where AD only takes 5 shots, but I'm going to go back to this. It's not a problem if the Lakers win and they dominate a game. If the Lakers lost by 12 tonight, he only took 5 shots, then it's what I'm leading this conversation with. So I think that has a lot to do with it, that he can have a game like this where you feel like, well, was that Anthony Davis? No, okay, it wasn't. But the Lakers still got the win, and you could walk away with it and say, okay, it's all right. It's not the end of the world. It's not the biggest deal in the world. It's more important that the Lakers got the win. So I'll just kind of leave it at that because, like I said, what you want to see ultimately at the end of the day is you want to see W's. And if the Lakers are able to get the win, and Anthony Davis only took 5 shots, not ideal, but they got the win. Okay, how about LeBron on the other side? LBJ took 20 shots tonight and only hit 5. He was struggling. It was not a good night for LeBron James tonight. But can I go back to this? I'm gonna go the same thing that I was just talking about when it was. I'm gonna say the same thing that about the Anthony Davis part, but it was a win. And if Bron goes 5 of 20 from the field, but the Lakers win the game, then it's tough for me to really truly care about anything other than that. All I care about is, did he get the win? He got the win, or the Lakers got the win, and he was a big part to do. Or even if he wasn't a big part to do with it, it was more important for the Lakers to just get the W, and they did. So I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give LeBron James and Anthony Davis. It's actually more encouraging that they had bad games and the Lakers still won. If um, if hypothetically, if that wasn't the case, if the Lakers lost this game and they were 5 for 20 and Anthony Davis only took 5 shots, it's a completely different conversation from there. Post game show after the post game show. Yes, this is correct. That is the post game. This is the post game show after the post game show. How about Malik Beasley, Laker fans? Damn. Did you guys know he was this much of a sharpshooter? And I know the guy LeBron had after the game against the Pelicans. I like something that he really said. And he said something to the effect, he reminds him of J.R. Smith, where he's a guy that can miss 15 shots, but he's going to take 15 more shots. And that kind of was the style of J.R. Smith, right? J.R. Smith was one of those types of players where he was unconscious. He was I'm a bucket getter. it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I hit 5 shots in a row, if I miss 5 shots in a row. I'm going to keep taking my shots. And Beasley, at least, early on here, just kind of shows Lakers finally got a real shooter. They finally got a guy. Some fist bumps here for my Laker people. They finally got a guy that's a real threat to hit threes. He was fantastic tonight. 25 points, 7 of 11 from the three-point line. I actually like seeing this more than if Bron hit 7 threes tonight. It's like, okay, I've seen that before. But then it's all on Bron's back. What if a guy like Malik Beasley gave you 7 threes instead and kind of grow up his confidence, grow up where he's going to be, grow where you're envisioning him in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. Somebody put on here a pure sniper. That's the definition. I mean, he was solid tonight. 9 of 16 from the field, 7 of 11 from the 3-point line. That's fantastic. That really, really, truly is fantastic. Let me highlight a couple other people. Austin Reeves, coming off the bench for the Lakers, 19 minutes of play, 6 of 6 from the field, 4 of 4 from the free throw line, couple steals, 17 points for Austin Reeves. Shout out to Austin Reeves. Mo Bamba comes in part of this trade, the trade that sent Patrick Beverley out. 10 points, 13 rebounds. 10 points, 13 rebounds. Hit a couple threes, got to the free throw line a couple different times, can spread the floor as well. There's a lot of players right now for the Lakers that can contribute. Rui Hachimura, nobody's really talked about. 14 points, 5 of 9 from the field, got to the free throw line, hit 4 of 4. So there's a number of players, and right after I say that, somebody mentions Hachimura as well. No, I'm with you. I agree. Doesn't get enough love. There are a number of players that contributed tonight. That, to me, like I said, is so much more encouraging than if just Bron and Anthony Davis did what they always do, right? If Anthony Davis had 34 points tonight and Bron had 30 and the Lakers won by 12, you would say, okay, a good win. Both LeBron and Anthony Davis played well. But what if they both didn't play well and the Lakers still won and you had 8 guys in double figures and a lot of these players that you picked up at the trade deadline were the reason why you got the win? That's encouraging. That really, really is encouraging. That's definitely, at least for me, is something that I think you got to feel good about if you're a Laker fan, seeing all that. Dennis Schroeder, you're right, had a good game as well. So D'Angelo Russell, by the way, Dennis Schroeder wants D'Angelo Russell because Russell only played 9 minutes. Schroeder ended up playing 27, 13.6 assists, 4 of 7 from the field, hit his free throws as well. D'Angelo did say, somebody says here, no more ISO ball for 20 seconds per possession. Man, it's the worst basketball. I hate watching ISO ball. And you're right, that wasn't the case. Let me see here.
Players rotate angle all the time. I don't do that often, so I mean.
This is D-Lo. You can hear him.
But it is what it is. Not really work.
When you consider, obviously, you played, I think, 8.5 minutes. LeBron was 5 for 20, 80, took 5 shots, and you guys were up by 28. What does that say about this group? That's still so young together and so new together, but the ability of this group.
I mean, definitely, I've been saying that our team is stacked. So when guys aren't playing the best, it allows other guys that are definitely.
I'll just play a little bit of that. D-Lo basically saying that team is stacked. It's just a rolled ankle. Rolled ankles happen all the time, and didn't sound like he was too concerned about the ankle. So Dennis Schroeder, nice for him to come in and do what he does by the Spectrum Sportsnet. But for me personally, and I think for everybody out there, what you really want to see is D'Angelo Russell out there. You want to see D'Angelo Russell a part of this team. You want to see D'Angelo Russell doing his thing. You want to see all that. So hopefully that's going to impact. Hopefully he's going to be out on the floor so he could do his thing, and then let Schroeder have a good role off the bench as well. But Dennis definitely came in and contributed right away and was starting for a lot of the year anyway, so I don't think this was crazy for him. So overall, Laker fans, I'm going to put it this way. Before I get into the NBA standings and we look at a couple other stuff, I got some comments that I want to read as well. Overall, it's 2 good wins. 2 good wins. 2 games that you're supposed to win, and you did. And I've seen enough Lakers basketball, as all of you guys have, where the Lakers, that has not been a consistent theme where they're playing good basketball on a consistent basis. They're playing for 48 minutes. They're beating teams they should beat. That's just, they've been all over the map this year. So I'm excited what we got a chance to see. I'm excited that we got a chance to see a team that, at least in these last couple of games, have looked pretty solid. All right, let me read some comments here. The hell is going on over here? Alan, did your opinion on D'Lo change? So I got to be honest here. I have not watched much of D'Angelo Russell since he left the Lakers. Like, why would I when he was in? Maybe a little bit with the Warriors, but Brooklyn, Minnesota, I really just haven't paid too much attention to him. Yeah, I think the opinion is starting to change, and I also think he's a really good fit for the Lakers, right? As bad as a fit he was, as bad of a fit Russell Westbrook was to the Lakers. Now all of a sudden you got a dude that it seems like now he's perfect for them. So let's see if D'Lo can build off of it as well. It seems to me that LeBron likes him, AD likes him, and that these guys certainly see value of what he could bring to the table. All right, let me read off another one here. Echo Park one-on-one Slee. I'll be there, bro. You just tell me, give me a time, a day, and a place, and I'll be there. Just got to stretch. I need about 45 minutes to stretch. Okay, somebody wants me to talk about the playoffs, the percentages, the odds. Okay, we'll get into all that. All right. Russ is busy sabotaging the Clipper locker room. Okay, we'll see what happens. I think they play tomorrow as their first game with Russ against the Sacramento Kings. So that's actually kind of fun. Watch that game. Let's see what we got here. The Mavericks will give us a better example of how good the Lakers are. Okay, this is where I'm going to get into. I appreciate that comment, Khalil. Appreciate that comment. Okay, so take a listen here, Laker fans. This is where the Lakers are right now. If you go look in the NBA standings, this is where the Lakers are. They're 28 and 32 in the NBA standings. 28 and 32. So they're still 13th place in the West. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like the Lakers own the number 13 spot as if it's a piece of real estate that they've had for generations or something. Can we get out of the 13th spot? The answer is not yet. Okay? So Lakers 13th spot. Portland's in front of them by half a game. Portland lost tonight. Thunder's in front of them by 1 game. Thunder lost tonight. Warriors are in front of them by a game and a half. Obviously, Lakers beat the Warriors. Jazz are in front of the Lakers by 2 games, and they're in the number 9 spot. Pelicans in front of the Lakers by 2 games. I'm sorry, game and a half is the Jazz. 2 games are the Pelicans up on the Lakers. 2.5 are the Timberwolves. I mean, everybody's just right there. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Literally, everybody is right there. The difference between number 7 to number 13 is 2 games in the loss column and 2.5 games overall in the standings. It's a crowded Western Conference. So it's up to the Lakers to start stringing together some wins, and if they could do that, they'll get out of this 13th spot. But if you 1 step forward, 2 steps back, you start playing that game, then we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to continue to have issues. So that's the current standings of where the Lakers are. Now, for this upcoming road trip, and I want to get into that in just a second, but for this upcoming road trip specifically, and why it's a perfect test for the Lakers, I'm going to get into that. But before I do, I forgot to do roll call. I just completely forgot to roll. People have been saying, hey, Al, it's roll call time. Hey, Al, they got the win. We're going to do roll call? Or what the hell, Al? Who the hell's running your channel, Slee? I forgot to do roll call. So tell me where the hell you're tuning in from. And let me give some love to my people from all over the place here. King Taco, that's the first one. Thank you, King Taco. I appreciate it. Rochester, New York. Santa Fe, New Mexico in the house. What a beautiful area, by the way. You've never been to Santa Fe? Go to Santa Fe. That place is awesome. Anaheim in the house. Washington State, Philippines, Long Beach. All right, slow down here, Slee. You're getting lost. I'm getting lost here. Long Beach, Indiana in the house. Honolulu. Honolulu, am I getting an invite, or am I just going to keep shouting you out and never get an invite to come to Honolulu? Koreatown, Highland Park. Someone's at somebody's wife's house. I still don't understand that one. Vegas, Downey, Singapore, San Marcos, California. Thank you for being part of the show. Pasadena. He says, "What up, neighbor?" You're right. We are neighbors. Pasadena in the house. Mission, Texas. Thank you for being a part of the show. I lose track, Laker fans. There's a lot of people here. A lot of people here. And I love that everybody's from all over the place. Vancouver, Montana, Echo Park in the house, Highland Park. Let's see what else we got here. Langer's Deli, New York City in the house, Cleveland, Ohio. Someone's in Italy. Matteo in Italy. Matteo, it's 8 a.m. and you're here just hanging out with us. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for doing that. Third shift, UPS, Ohio in the house. Syracuse in the house. Got this. Somebody said they're here just for the punches. What do you like? Is it the uppercut that you like? My 1-2 combination, you know? Every time I see Mayweather at the games, you know, I'm just saying, Mayweather, just watch out. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's not happening. Fontana, Las Vegas, Nevada. Seattle in the house. Sacramento. Chase Center, of course. South Pasadena. How beautiful is South Pasadena? San Bernardino, thank you for being a part of the show. I think we got everybody. Arkansas in the house, South Central LA, Temple City, Corona, Norwalk, Cleveland in the house, Guam. Thank you all for being a part of the show. Always appreciate you guys being a part of the show. Okay, so this is the last thing that I'm going to get into here real quick. All right. They have a lineup now that you feel pretty good about. You have a jersey in the house. Thank you for being a part of the show. Washington, D.C. You got a lineup that you feel like, okay, you know, this is interesting. I kind of like what we're working with here with this current Lakers lineup. The starting lineup, all of a sudden, the Lakers look like they have depth. They have the good bench players. Guys that were starting are now coming off the bench. I like it. I like all that stuff. But let me be realistic about the Lakers. I'm going to go back to what I said. They beat two teams that they were supposed to beat that are missing key players. What I really, really like about this 3-game road trip coming up, Laker fans. Chicago, thank you for being a part of the show. Little Italy, San Jose, thank you for being a part of the show. What I really like about this upcoming road trip, Laker fans, is this. Dallas is a playoff team. Very beatable. But Luka, Kyrie Irving, that game's coming up on Sunday. I like that test. Memphis coming up on Tuesday. Memphis is the number 2 team in the Western Conference. They're a good team. They're agitators. They got Ja Morant. They got Dylan Brooks. They got Bane. They got dudes that Jaren Jackson. They got guys that are young. They don't care about you. They don't care what you've accomplished. All of that. I like that test. And then you got this Oklahoma City Thunder team that has zero fear in the Los Angeles Lakers, and I feel like have had the Lakers' number for the last 2 years, and are playing good basketball. That's your third game that you have on this 3-game road trip. I like these tests for the Lakers because I can sit here right now and tell people, hey, guys, Laker fans, they're playing better. Look at they're looking like they're an actual team. They got depth. They got this. They got that. Okay, that's fine. I could say that. But they won 2 games that they were supposed to win. So this, to me, is what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the Lakers going up against 3 opponents that you know their home crowd's going to be excited to play the Los Angeles Lakers. You know every team loves to do this, to stick it to the Lakers when they get a chance. This is a perfect 3-game road trip in front of the Lakers. It's going to be tough. Team's got something to fight for. Dallas is trying to stay in that top 6 and avoid the play-in tournament. Memphis is trying to hold on to the number 2 spot. They're always trying to send a message to the Lakers. OKC is trying to get into the playoff tournament. So there's a lot. All 3 of these games have significant impact, and I'm really looking forward to seeing if the Lakers are making some real strides. Is this team a good team, or is it they just got kind of lucky playing a couple opponents that were beat up? I don't think they got lucky, but they got some true challenges in front of them, and that's fun. I mean, that's the best way that I can describe it. if we have some true optimism on the Lakers, if we think the Lakers are really putting something together, well, how about when we get a chance to watch that against some actual playoff teams and they're on the road? So I'm looking forward to that. Somebody else said on here, blowouts isn't luck. You're not wrong. And I'm not going to, I don't want to take away anything they did from these first two games, but you got some really nice tests coming up. And I'm curious to see how the Lakers do. So, Laker fans, I appreciate you guys being a part of the show. This has been the post-game show after the post-game show. I'll be back. I'm going to do my show tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., but I'll come back, do the broadcast on Sunday, and see what the Lakers can do. Let's see what they do. It's a 12:30 tip-off in Dallas. Lakers taking on Kyrie and Luka. I think it's going to be a fun game. Laker fans, I appreciate you for being a part of the show. I salute you for being a part of the show. Please subscribe to this channel. If you have not got a chance yet to subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. So, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Good W for the Lakers. We'll get back with you guys on Sunday. Thanks, Laker fans.